guess we're not going to be boring at home. You know, again, another tremendous college basketball game, really fun to be a part of. Both teams, I thought, you know, really played really hard, made a lot of different plays. You know, happy that we were able to get the stops when we needed them and make the plays when we did. I thought it was a total team effort. You know, obviously, Ramon Galloway was exceptional offensively tonight and made some really big plays. Not just in getting buckets, but I think when and how he got him the dunk was big. I think we really got our team and the crowd into it. You know, the big three hit out of the timeout after that was a big play. But you know, total team effort. We did not do a good job guarding the dribble. They really spread us and hurt us early in the first half. We were driving us too easily. And you know, I thought Lakeem Jackson, we switched him off, and he did a terrific job guarding the ball. And you know, we made the plays that we needed to make. And so, you know, total team effort, and you know, really good win over a very talented team.
This one boils down to second chance. Once you expect to get as many as you did
Well, I mean, you know, we need to get some second chance points. You know, just kind of how our team is designed. It's important for us to do a good job on the offensive glass and get those points. And so any time that we can do that, I think it helps us.
Darrin, could you just speak a little about Sam and about how he's really finishing his games these days? I mean, third three-pointer, third win, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you look at a young man. He has 28 and 6 in a big game, and again, I think the biggest thing is he's doing what seniors should do. You know, he's making it when it counts most. You know, whether it's, you know, jumper on the baseline in the overtime, the big three, obviously, but you know, a couple key blocks, you know, out of his 6 came late. You know, as well, and just you know, I mean, he's playing with a tremendous amount of desire to win, and they're, you know, really doing a good job for us right now.
For a young team, inexperienced team, the way they're playing down the stretch, even falling behind with 2.5 minutes to go, is that impressive to you, how they're handling late games?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think I'm not totally shocked by it. I mean, it is, I think, impressive, but you know, at the same time, you know, we tried to recruit guys that you know, want to be in those situations, and you know, a lot of that stuff late game, you know, some of it's experience and understanding the right play. You know, had a couple bad shots, you know, and a couple defensive lapses, but you know, I think we've got a group of young men that, you know, really want, you know, to win, and you know, I think that's evident by, you know, the little plays that are made, whether it's a loose ball Malik Cook got, you know, Bruce being willing to throw the ball back to guys when they're open, you know, and those kind of things, and so. They've done a good job of that, you know, without question. But you know, I can't say I'm totally surprised by it. You know, I think we got some guys that you know, want to be in those situations.
How impressed were you with the team, and considering how many players were in foul trouble, especially midway through the second half?
Yeah, you know, it's a little tough over there on the bench as a coach when you have so much foul trouble. But you know, you really don't want to go zone because it hadn't been very good to you when you tried it earlier, and you know, they've got a lethal shooter that hadn't got going. And you know, you didn't want to get him going, and so I think you really got to credit our guys down the stretch in the last 8 minutes, especially of defending. You know, with a lot of foul trouble with different guys, and you know, we've been talking about the strength of our team is going to be our team, you know, all year. And you know, I think you look at the first half when we had foul trouble. DeMontre Harris and Bruce hardly played, like literally DeMontre not at all, and 1 minute, and Eric Smith was tremendous. You know, R.J. Slauson came in and you know, did a good job. I don't know how many boards he grabbed, but he was active in there, hit a big shot, you know, defended, and you know, I mean, those are good signs, you know, regardless of what class they are, when, you know, your bench comes in and contributes when they need to.
Darrin, you mentioned your defense. Can you talk about the last 90 seconds of regulation, maybe the first 2 minutes of overtime, and just maybe how much they turned up the defensive intensity?
Yeah, I think really we just guarded the dribble better. You know, I mean, that's where we got into trouble while they shot such a high percentage in the second half. You know, early on in the half, they were really driving the basketball. Got a couple easy post touches late. You know, and it's hard late game like that because you don't want to foul and give up an and one. I thought our guys made it tough, and you know, Powell and Johnson are terrific post players. I mean, they were very capable of scoring. They were a major concern coming into the game. I just think we did a better job of guarding the dribble and doing the things we needed to do to be better defensively.
So much concern about the interior defense this point in the season.
I mean, we know that, you know, we're not going to fist fight with anybody on size in there, but you know, I mean, I think they're battling. You know, our guys fight and compete. And, you know, that's really all we can do. And you know, 6 block shots is, you know, pretty good post defense. There's a lot of ways to play post defense.
Darrin, kind of piggybacking on that, the first half of the second half, Arkansas was really attacking the basket, having their way. What'd you guys do to kind of blunt that a little bit?
Yeah, you know, again, I think you know, we challenged them a little bit. You know, wasn't anything they were running. You know, told them it was going to be hard for us to go zone. You know, wasn't about changing. You know, what we were doing and changing things. It was about, you know, actually guarding. And you know, I just think we did a better job of that. You know, we felt like we were getting good shots. We were getting the offensive blast. And then obviously, you know, I think they were in the bonus at 13, and it wasn't too much longer after that we were in it. So you knew it was going to become a foul shooting type game. And you know, we thought we could stay aggressive offensively. We really just kind of focused on trying to get some stops and do a better job of guarding the dribble. But we didn't extend quite as much as well.
Talk a little bit about the improvement in guarding against the three-pointer. That's been something that's been going well for you all SEC season.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to go well for us all the time. It's supposed to be one of the focus of our defense is that, you know, you want to do a good job of trying to defend the three. And you know, Clark's a terrific shooter, and you know, I think you know, Ramon Galloway had a lot of that assignment throughout the night. Where Brian Richardson, when he was in, did well. You know, Eric had him some. Bruce had him late game when we didn't want them to drive Bruce, so we had Lakeem on the ball and had him chasing the shooter. And you know, I mean, he just trying to make it as hard as we can. And you know, some nights you do that, you know, they still make some. You know, Jenkins did it to us a couple weeks ago because he's a terrific shooter. But tonight we were able to, you know, try to limit as many looks as possible just through trying to stay with them. Really nothing special.
Darrin, how do you stress the point to the team that, you know, yeah, they're in first place and all, but there's still 12 games to go in conference?
I didn't talk about being in first place, Dave. You said that. I just said we're going to come back tomorrow and get to work. Starts with going to class at 8 a.m., which we'll be checking. And, you know, you just, you know, you show up and you do your job. You know, you show up and you practice hard and you go to class. And, you know, it's when you think you've done something that you're headed towards the fall. And, I think that, you know, just trying to keep them focused on coming back the next day and going to work. That's what we're going to do.
Anything else for Coach?